Good morning. What's up? Let's try that again with a better voice. Good morning to you. How you doing this morning? Brother Brian be losing his voice. You know, you should just go for it. You should just go for it. We tell our children, why don't you go for it? Why don't you go get it? Why don't you get after it? Why don't you get out there? And what does that mean? When you tell someone to go for it, get after it, get out there.
What does that really mean?
And if they don't fully understand, see, here's what I think happens, baby. I think a lot of people kind of have an idea what that means. And that trips people up.
Good morning, Miss Phyllis. Thank you for joining us this morning. We're going to talk about what it really means to go for it. We're going to talk about that right after our message. See you in a moment.
Good morning. My name is Brian McNeill.
And I am Lisa Santiago McNeill.
And thank you for joining us on our show, Let's Talk About It. We come to each Monday through Friday right here on the SIBN network, on iHeartRadio, YouTube, TuneIn, as well as Facebook Live. Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning. Like. Good morning. Good morning. Thank you for joining us this morning. Miss Phyllis is flipping around again.
Mm-hmm. I'm so happy to hear.
Go for it. Like you said, it could be a frustrating statement because it's like, I'm ready, but I don't know what to do.
Which I think happens most of the time.
I think sometimes the way you put it like that, it could be as frustrating as man up.
I was thinking the same thing. See, baby, we here. We here, baby. When you tell a boy, man up or be a man,
and you don't give him any example or any direction.
Tony Braxton had a hit song. Just be a man about it. Okay. I'm 22 years old. That song is a trip to me anyway. Dude calls her up from a payphone. He says, I just don't think I can be the man that you want me to be. I just need me some time away from you. And I just want to come and let you know, I just need some space. And then she's, why are you calling me on the phone?
I've never heard that song before.
We're going to play it for you.
Oh, no.
Just be a man about it. Shut up, Tony. What does it mean to go for it? Go for it. Get after it. Get out there. Do your thing. Be a man. All those statements. And I think the beautiful thing about them is they're encouraging, but the not so beautiful part is the second part that people leave off. I believe to go for it includes a planning phase. You have to plan it. Go be an Olympic runner.
Go for it.
Go be an Olympic runner. Okay, I got to find me some coaches. I got to find a place to practice, right?
You got to find a team.
Got to find a team.
Something.
There's a process to going for it.
Same thing with everything, like with it being basketball success.
Everything.
You got to have some basic skills. You got to have some basic abilities. Mm-hmm. And then you got to develop it. And then you got to be strategic about. Then you got to develop it.
What?
Hey, Judy, your name came through this time. Judy. Great day, family. Judy here.
You can have some basic skills and talents, but you have to
develop it. You have to develop it.
Develop it. That's the point.
Mm-hmm.
You can be gifted as a singer, but you have to develop it.
Mm-hmm.
My daughter, at 6 years old, everybody knew she was a good singer.
Mm-hmm.
At 6. Okay, but it wasn't developed yet. She took voice lessons. She went to school. She joined the choir at school. She joined the choir at church and developed her skill as a singer.
Mm-hmm.
And now she's awesome.
She is. She even developed operatic singing abilities.
Why take operatic classes? Because that stretches your voice, that trains your voice, that trains you, your voice control, your breathing, all that stuff. She was willing to develop it. She was willing to sign up for the class. How do I take what I have that's good and make it better?
That's right. So go for it is really not just an admonishment to go run out in the street and do your thing. You got to be strategic about going for it, right? You get to be strategic. You get to develop. You get to build. Judy and Next Level Band, they have been very strategic at going for it. They practice every week. I think some weeks a couple of times a week.
They don't just take anybody off the street.
They don't. They select their band. I was going to say choir, but they select their band. Each person
was selected.
Absolutely.
Based upon a certain set of skills they had, an aptitude they had, an ability to assimilate and relate to the other band members. Is this person going to cause my band a problem?
Judy said, yes, ma'am. We had 2 rehearsals this week. I bet. Because you're not going to just show up and go for it without having some foundational preparations. Your band knows exactly what songs they're going to play.
Sure.
On the day of the event, but on the day of the event, they know exactly what they're going to play. There may be some room for some requests, right? But they ain't not getting ready to play nothing they never played before.
Right. They get good at it. They practice at it. You know, I used to be on a track team. I promise you, 95% of the running we did was practice. we have that many meets, but we practice every day.
Absolutely.
We were constantly running around the school track. Constantly.
So go for it has some contextual implications. And it has the requirements for both the person that is going for it and their support.
I am freezing my wife out this morning. I put on cool air yesterday, and I even had the windows open upstairs last night. And now she's like, bundled. Are you cold, baby?
No, I'm fine. I have my warm slippers on, and I have my pashmina on, and I'm not cold. I'm close up under you. I'm taking your heat.
Right,
I'm fine.
As
long as you don't open that window, I'll be fine.
I don't have to today. Normally, this room is a sauna. So I want to go back to Miss Phyllis. Miss Phyllis, thank you for coming in here today. We can count on Miss Phyllis for being in the room. I look forward to Miss Phyllis being in the room. It's great. Thank you, Miss Phyllis. Thank you, Sister Judy Floyd, and all that you do. You take a few moments to hang with us. Thank you for that as well. And for those of you who chose not to yet say good morning, thank you too.
Thank you for just being here. But go for it. Even when we get ready to go for it live, we have some basic communication beforehand, and we have some foundational abilities that we bring to the event as well. She says, you're welcome. So in the mornings, we have a session where we're deciding what we're going to talk about on the show. But understand, we don't come to the show not knowing how the controls work.
Right.
We don't come to the show not knowing how to work the video, how to work the audio, how to work the links that we put up on the screen, how to even play the commercials. None of those things
have some idea of lighting and seating and all that kind of stuff.
Absolutely.
And we've been doing it long enough, daily enough, that we can expect to be good at it.
Absolutely. And there's nothing wrong with doing things the first time, doing them wrong, figuring it out. There's nothing wrong with that. I just believe that there is something to the success of having some preparation. There's some willingness that you have to just do it, even if you don't know what you're doing.
The expression, if you don't know how to sing, sing loud. Miss Phyllis, are you local to Charlotte, North Carolina right now? Because she says, I wish we can meet up. Are you local right now? Because if you are,
we'll figure out a way to connect.
I'm so excited about a couple of things. One is what does go for it really mean? But today is March the 1st. March 21st is the first day of spring, but March is national.
That's why I wore my yellow.
Good.
And my green.
She said hello, dressed in yellow. It's also the first day of March, and spring starts in March, and March is National Women's History Month.
It is.
National Women's History Month.
It's also National Caffeine Awareness Month.
Really?
Yes.
I'm very aware that I have caffeine in my coffee.
Absolutely. It's National Caffeine Awareness Month. It's so many amazing things that happen this month, and there are different things that we overlook for every month because we just don't look at it. There is March the 14th, National Potato Chip Day. What?
Lisa researched the list. Go to the 1st of March. I want to see what today is.
The 1st of March is National Pig Day.
Can you believe that?
Well, but tomorrow is Old Stuff Day.
Old Stuff Day. National Pig Day. The pig has been very good to people in this country. Mm-hmm.
March 9th is National Meatball Day.
That expression, the egg was committed to your breakfast.
Yes.
Okay, the chicken was committed to your breakfast by contributing an egg.
Right.
But the pig gave it all.
He gave his life.
That's right.
For your breakfast.
and eating pig and eating the undesirable parts of pig has fed us, the feet. The
pig
chitlins.
Feet. I never ate a pig feet. I never ate a chitlin.
What?
No.
In New York, man.
No, not in New York.
In New York, there used to be this jar on the store.
The red jar?
This is the pink jar of the pink pickled pig feet.
Seen it. We didn't eat it. We kept kosher when I was.
Oh, that's right. You did tell me. But I used to buy that pink pickled pig feet. And eat it.
No.
How many of y'all know about Miss Phyllis might know about that?
No.
The pink pickled pig feet.
I know what it is. I've seen the pickled eggs and the pickled pig's feet. They used to have them at the bar.
Right. I used to eat that stuff all the time. Okay. Dr. Beverly says,
good morning to my awesome family. Go get it. Go
for it. Go get it. Take the chance. You won't know if you don't go.
Absolutely.
Standing still explains more than you think.
Let's
go. Now, I like it, Dr. Phyllis.
Those are good philosophies.
Now, what does that mean? To go for it. Take a chance. That means, let's go with the take a chance part. Okay. You need to take a chance. Take a risk. Because out on the limb is where all the fruit is. Okay. What should I take a risk on? Are you good at anything? Okay. Do you have a certain passion for anything?
Calculated risks.
Are you willing to learn how to be successful? Are you willing to study that thing? Are you willing to gather resources like money and mentors? Are you willing to make a plan? Like, look, why am I saying so much? Are you willing to study? Are you willing to make a plan? Are you willing to gather the resources?
Because all of those things are very instrumental in you going for it successfully.
And then the chance you take, the risk you take is an educated risk, an educated chance, because based upon all that you've done, research you've done and gathered and decided to take a step forward, I do have the requisite gift, skills, and talents to do this thing successfully. I desire to do this thing successfully. Now it's time for me to take a chance.
Good morning, Shirley. She says, good morning, family. Good morning, Shirley. I hope that you took a chance yesterday. Shirley reached out to me and asked for the tip on how to find all of the holidays for the month, all of the special days, and how to use a tool to do that. So I sent her. I hope you reviewed it. I hope you had a chance, because definitely with the business that you do, I could see so many connections with things that you could utilize to leverage putting your business in front of people.
So you sent her a tool for that?
Well, you have the tool. I've sent her the tips on how to use the tool. Everybody has a tool. Everybody has Canva, but you don't always understand how to do it. And everybody is messing around with all these AI tools and all of this. And some of it is good. Some of it doesn't work. And some of it is just, is surface unless you take it down, understanding how to build upon the AI to utilize it. And I sent Shirley a little tip sheet, but I definitely saw some connections in way that preserving your memories could be tied into, or celebrating your memories could be tied into these international days, these holidays, these blessing days. Like there is National Puppy Day. Imagine all of those dog lovers who have taken all of these pictures over the years, and they've captured their puppies in costumes, and they've captured their first Easter and their first whatever, or they may have even entered into some puppy contest, and they want to preserve those memories and be able to bring them up easily in front of whomever, instead of having to figure out where the picture is that I'm trying to show you, and they can just say here and show it to you real easily. And I saw that was one definitely that could tie in with Shirley's business.
There's something for every day of this calendar month.
There is.
It's a pretty, but it's also National Women's History Month. I should go online today and talk about my history with women, personal and professional. I think it was 2014 or 15, one of those years where I had to stop and think, man, I have done like 4 small business women boot camps this year, and all these different retreats and not retreats, workshops for women. I had done a bunch in the same year. I'm like, how did I end up being the guy that does all these women's events? But I was happy with that. I was doing a lot of them.
Absolutely.
So my professional history with women.
Absolutely. Shirley says we're having an event for not just puppies, but for animals. Absolutely. There is a National Wildlife Day I saw.
It's also National Nutrition Month. Lisa's got a really cool list. There's National Craft Month. There's even a Waffle Day this month.
There's a Flower Day.
A National Fragrance Day on the 21st. Wow.
Absolutely. There is actually a National Readers. This is National Readers Awareness Month.
National Sleep Awareness Month. I didn't know that either. You be aware of your sleep.
Absolutely.
Noodle Day.
Mom and Pop Business Day.
How is that? What's this Noodle Day? What day is that?
National. It's a national, the whole month.
Oh. No, it says day there.
I understand that, but honey, it's not. There's not 47 days.
I understand that. That's why I was pointing out.
Right. Absolutely. It's the month.
Deep Dish Pizza Day.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. And what I love the most is Make Up Your Own Holiday Day. That's on March 26th. You can choose the whole day and make it up for yourself. It is National Make Up Your Holiday Day.
If I was to make up my own holiday day, if you were to make up your own holiday day, what would it include? I just thought about that. My National Make Up My Own Holiday Day. This is the day that we do just the things that we personally find enjoyable.
Mm-hmm.
You personally find it? I find it. Last night, I had a glorious cigar last night. I've been watching this show on Prime, a series on Prime called Ballers. I think it came out in 2015 or 16 or something like that. I think it was 15. And with Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, he's in it. And it is so freaking good. I'm on season like 4 now. It is so good. The acting is so good. It's so interesting to me. It's about the world of professional football, but the executive side, and the picking the players, the cutting the players, all the issues that the players have and their families. It's just so intriguing to me. I can't get enough of it. I watch episode after episode. They're only like 20-something minutes each.
Well, the question of the day is, what does go for it really mean?
Mm-hmm.
One of the things that I was noticing, even when you started thinking out loud about National Make Up Your Holiday Day, and hearing Shirley having an event, not just for puppies, but for animals, one of the things that we found from a branding and marketing perspective is that narrow niches actually point deeper. They get you deeper and they get you further. While all the animals are great and wonderful, when you specify cat day or dog day,
you'll get a lot of cats.
You get a lot more people that are looking for you, as opposed to animal day, where they think, oh, well, maybe this animal is not going to match with my animal. Maybe I can't bring my this or that. You can have bird day, you can have dog day, you can have cat day, but keeping them separate allows the audience that is the most interested in their particular niche to be more connected to you.
I think you're so right. We watched another stand-up special last night, and this guy was like, what is going on the plains? They're practically becoming farms where people bringing all of these
zoos.
All these animals on the plane. And they even told the tale about that. And I remember the story about this lady in New Jersey trying to bring a peacock on the plane. It was her emotional support bird. Peacocks are big, and they have plumage. That was going to take up a whole seat.
The male ones do.
Yeah, but they're big birds.
Yes, they are big birds.
Sister Shirley said, I love that. I want to go back to what does go for it mean and all that. And then I want to ask a question. Maybe I'm asking it rhetorically, but have you ever really gone for it? Have you ever really balls to the wall, push forward, work day and night to go for something.
And that's another implication that go for it doesn't state outright. Go for it is not just a random action word. It is a consistent decision. Going forward doesn't just I'm going to go for it today, that's it. You got to go for it yesterday and tomorrow. For that go for it to really connect to the it that you are attempting and endeavoring to connect to.
I think it was the second or third time I tried to go into business for myself. I was so freaking happy. I had boasted my confidence because I was rocking in sales, and I decided to hang out my own shingle as a sales trainer. And I quit my job with no leads, no nothing. Okay, but I should have waited till I had one paying client if I had to do it over again. But I remember the first week or two, I was just going. I was showing up, man. I was going for it. I walked in the door to Terminix and Anago and all these insurance agencies. I had my nice suit on, had my car cleaned up, and I would just go to the office that I wanted to be their corporate trainer for and walk in there and boldly present myself. They didn't know I was coming, and I was just going for it. And I remember those days being so happy for me. I was so happy doing that. And they would say, I ended up like a couple of weeks, I had 6 clients. I was like, wow, this is great. Because I was just going for it. What I was really armed with, the secret ingredient that I had more than my skills was enthusiasm. Mm-hmm. That was my secret sauce.
I love it. Mm-hmm. Shirley said it's called Milestone for Pets. Good morning, Crystal. How are you? We missed you on Tuesday.
Is in the
Absolutely. Air. A milestone for pets. That's wonderful. I would suggest that you have sections at your event so the different pets will know where to go.
Yeah,
they can go everywhere.
Don't mess with the cats.
Absolutely.
But when I was going for it like that, I was so happy. So the question's still on the table. Have you ever really gone for it? Can you recall a time that you really went for it? We have a friend of ours named Christian Johnson. He's a professional
comedian,
stand-up comedian. And Lisa and I, we have watched him go for it over the years. Now he's headlining shows. But we remember when he couldn't get a headline, he could only get maybe a standby, maybe a gig here and there.
He actually did a gig for us.
He did 1 or 2 gigs for us. At least one.
I think Jawan did 1 or 2.
Okay.
But Christian was brought to one of them.
Because Christian didn't have a gig yet. But him and his wife and his growing family, I think they have 2 girls now, maybe? 2 children now. But now he's traveling and he's in New York and he's in Florida and he's doing his thing. It's exciting to watch someone go for it. The thing that they wanted to do with their life and they went for it. He decided he wanted to be a stand-up comedian with his life. He knew he had a gift, skill, or talent for that. He developed it. He always worked clean, but he developed his style. And now it's beautiful to watch him go for it.
Absolutely.
So have you ever really
gone
for anything, or will you?
You should always go for it. Okay,
that's what Shirley says. Yeah. What does that mean? The steps to go for it. We should probably do a recording or write something about what does go for it really mean. I'm jazzed up about that too. Just the thought of putting myself, like when I wanted to. Now I'm in business full time, and I have been for a long time. Probably since 2010, really, except for 3 months here and there. Since 2010, I've been able to just do my thing. You know? Like when someone says to you, I want to be, stand-up comedian. And then you ask them, do you ever go to comedy clubs? Do you ever sign up for open mic? Do you know any comedians that are doing it right now? And if their answers are not great, no, I never go to clubs. I don't know any professional comedians that are doing it full time. They're not going for it. They're just saying what they want to do. But that's not the same thing as going for it. Mm-hmm. If you desire to do something, going for it includes, you got to find some people that do what you want to do, right?
Absolutely.
Get to know them, talk to them at least. You could do that, couldn't you? And if you're not willing to at least do that, are you really going for it?
Are you really going for it?
Yes. we like to, Lisa and I, we like to exegete songs, break them apart. And I think you got that from me, okay? Because I always listen to all the lyrics. But one of the songs that we liked is an old school song from the 70s, actually, is Do You Know Where You're Going To?
Do you like the things that life is
showing you? Where are you going to? Do you know? Now, grammatically, that may not be correct, but the thought, do you know where you're going?
Do you know where you're going?
When you look for what you're finding for, when you look, you find there's no open door, something like that, she says. But she's talking about, do you know where you're going? And you have to decide where you're going. That's what the thing is. You have to decide what you're going for. Oh man, my baby's working beautifully here. And I'm to that end of, do you know where you're going for? I am super excited because tomorrow afternoon, Thursday afternoon, 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Brother Brian's going to do one of his things. I'm going to do a public workshop, and it's called Sellable Language. Sellable Language. So often, entrepreneurs say stuff like, "Oh, what do you do for a living?" Oh man, even good ones too. They're so limited sometimes, like even kind of good ones. Like, what do you do for a living? I do this, this, and this. Okay, I do weddings. I do weddings, baby.
Do you?
Yes, I'm a DJ. Okay, I manage a band. Okay, you do a whole lot more than that. Okay, and learning how to articulate what you do in your own voice with good selling words versus bad selling words can help you gain the ground that you're seeking by answering that question. When you answer that question, you want them to have an idea of what you do.
Absolutely.
And even be compelled to want to learn more or to work with you. And you have a lot of say on how they feel about that. So that's my area of expertise. That's my area of study. That's what I believe that God has uniquely gifted and qualified me for, to teach people how to sell themselves and their services. So I'm looking forward to the workshop tomorrow, the Sellable Language Workshop tomorrow.
And you can register for it at theempowermentduo.com, and it'll be right there, the first link in the tree.
Yep. So it's on theempowermentduo.com. And there's actually another link for it too, but we're going to get that for you. But you can go to empowermentduo.com and get all things empowerment.
Absolutely.
Whoop, whoop.
Absolutely.
March the 1st, y'all.
Is that the Ides of March?
Yes. Beware the Ides of March. Okay. What you know about that?
We're 16 days away from Brother Eli turning 20.
My youngest son's going to turn. Now, he's been claiming 20 for a long time, but he's not. He'll actually be 20 on March the 17th. I have a good friend all through school. He hated the month of March. Doug Yutzi.
Hey, Cat.
Cat Ivy Mahogany. That's right. That's from that movie. That song's from that movie, Mahogany. But Doug always hated March because he noticed in March he would get a cold. Every year in March, he would get a cold.
Well, Marcus, when the seasons begin to change really drastically, particularly in New York.
Yes.
Absolutely.
So, and he really believed the calendar made him have a cold every month. I can't wait for March to get out of here. I'm sick of being sick. I'm tired of this.
March and September are pretty much drastic.
Doug
seasons.
thought that when March ended, his sickness ended. He wouldn't be sick no more.
He probably contributed to his healing.
I'm sure he did, because March is gone. Now I'm okay now. But he always felt he had to be sick in the month of March because he always had.
That's hilarious. That is hilarious. We're grateful.
See, even that, Sister Shirley, I love these sayings, but I think they're so, like she said, you have to step out of your comfort zone. Okay? What does that mean? That means do something uncomfortable, maybe? And what does that mean? People say stuff like, think outside the box. That's one of my favorite ones that people mess up. Think outside the box. Okay. Do you know what that means? Think outside the box? Yeah, I think it means don't think like everyone else. So you think like not like everyone else? No, you can't. I don't. I think I'm an outside the box thinker. Well, there actually is a study about that. And what I do is I teach people how to do the study. I tell them to take a piece of paper and a pen and draw a dot. And then to the right of that, draw another dot. And to the right of that, draw another dot. And directly under each of those 3 dots, draw another one on the next line, another one. And then underneath that, draw another 3 dots. So you end up with 9 dots. And it looks like the shape of a square, okay? And the test is start with the first dot and use 4 straight lines that intersect and connect all the dots. Can you do it? So if people draw 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, what about the ones in the middle? That's missed. Okay, so try it again. I have them draw dot, 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 dot. Try it again. And most people cannot, nobody can get it, hardly. Almost no one can get it. And then when I show them how to do it, what happens is people are trying to keep the shape. That's why they can't connect them all. They're trying to keep the box. So what I do, and I give them a hint. I say, think outside the box, and then you can do it. And they can't get it. I just think outside the box. They can't get it. So then I show them, you start the first dot, you go through the second, you go through the third, and you keep going. Then you angle the line down through the middle second one and the first one. Then you go up, and then you that. So it looks like an arrow when it's done. And what happens is even people who say, I'm an outside the box thinker, I think outside the box, they very often fight you to stay in the box. Commit to the shape that they have designed in their head. This looks like a square. That's what I'm going to make it work. Because I'm going to, even though they think outside the box, they will fight
to stay inside
the box. Okay. Why is that? Miss Phillips, I hope they don't throw you off, but I've seen it happen 100 times with clients and on live workshops. I draw it out on a dry erase board for you. And if you want me to do that with you, I'll walk you through it, Miss Phillips, if you want to. But people who think they think outside the box, well, really, baby, I'm telling you, they will fight to think like other people.
Absolutely. Be in it to win it. Well, definitely you want to be in it to win it. In order to reap the benefits, you got to be on the team.
Now, what does that mean? Be in it to win it. Now, that one also has been so, when I hear be in it to win it, I think about the lottery.
That was what they utilized. The leverage.
Yes. You got to be in the lottery to win it. You got to be in it to win it. Okay?
Well, it's true.
That is true. That is true. That is true. I am certain that I will never win the lottery. Positive of that. Okay. You know how I'm so sure I won't win the lottery? Because I never play the lottery.
That's a guarantee.
That's right. That's how I know I will never, because I never played it before. And I get frustrated in line to pay for gas behind the guy. Give me 2 lucky ducks. One
lucky strikes
or whatever it is. I'm like, come on, man.
I don't either. Shirley says, I always think outside the box because I have to be different.
Why? Why do you have to be different? Okay. You should, yes. You should be different because you're not like anybody else. But the thinking, that's the thing. The thinking, we're all born originals. But most people die as copies. Most people read the same things other people read, do the same things other people do, that kind of stuff. And we have perpetuated. We taught our children that too.
Absolutely. Unfortunately.
Yep. Kat Ivy, what does go for it really mean? Have you ever really gone for it before? Gone for it. And I'm going to say that it is the thing that your heart and head won't let you not imagine doing. Mm-hmm. You can't stop yourself from imagining this. That's your thing. When I took a job for 3 months. I was dying after the first 30 days, every day at work, because I didn't want to be there. I wanted to be doing my own thing, and I could not think of it. And even when I wasn't a sales coach, Kat Ivy, I'm going to tell you, I was not sales coaching anybody. I didn't have any clients. I wasn't trying to get any clients. I was focused on this job. But if I was out and about somewhere at a club or bar or a party or picnic, if somebody asked me what I did for a living, flew out of my mouth. I'm a sales coach.
Interesting.
Even though I wasn't doing it.
Interesting.
But and then I used to ask, why do I keep saying I'm a sales coach?
Maybe that's because that's who you are.
That's who I was. That's who I am. Even when I wasn't doing it, my subconscious, everything within me identified that way. identified as the sales coach, and I could not do it.
Mm-hmm.
And if you have that thing, the young lady or the young man who dreams of opening a day spa, they imagine what color scheme they're going to have for their day spa. They imagine what kind of music they're going to have for their day spa.
Mm-hmm.
They have an idea of what part of town they want their day spa. They have an idea of what will be different. We're going to use this cream and lotion versus that cream and lotion.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to get us a potion from the bottom of the ocean that other people don't have, okay, in my day spa. And we're going to be so nice, and we're going to greet everybody. When that thing gets in you that you keep imagining and you actually take steps, what does it take to open a day spa? Research that.
Yeah, there was a young lady. I think that planning and preparing for your go forward is definitely important. But when I talked to this one person who has been planning and preparing a wonderful, I won't say what type of thing, but she's been planning and preparing it for 15 years.
Wow. Yeah.
So what point of planning and preparing is analysis paralysis?
Yeah. Fear of success is what that is. Lisa's going to do a card. I want to just say this one seminal moment in my life. Now, at the time, I was excited, and I was anyway, I'm not going to tell the backstory of this, but I will tell this. I had to go before my pastor, Pastor Paul L. Anderson in Raleigh, and explain I'll tell him what I did. I said I quit my job and I went into business for myself, at the time. And his response was one of the most seminal moments of my life. He says, "You've already quit your job and you've already decided to do this?" Yes and yes. You're doing it? Yes. He said, "Good. Now go make it work." Good. Now go make it work. And it was like, that was rocket fuel for me. It was a booster shot.
Mm-hmm.
My pastor that I knew, loved, and respected said, "Good, now go make it work." Pshoo! That's all I need. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
What if he had went the other way? Said some other stuff.
I don't know. Good morning, Craig. He says, "Good morning, everyone. Let's have a marvelous, blessed day on purpose and enjoy it to the fullest."
Craig, are you going for it?
Are you going for it? And
have you ever gone for it?
Absolutely. And to that end, we're going to read the quote for the day. The quote is coming from 101 Blessings to Brighten Your Day and Uplift Your Soul. And today's quote is, "The sun always shines brighter and the flowers smell better just because I thought of you."
Okay.
That's the quote. And the scripture is coming from Luke 1:78. Are there 78 verses in Luke?
I guess Luke 1 it is.
I have to look for that. God's love and kindness will shine upon us like the sun that arises in the sky.
Amen. God's love and kindness will shine upon us.
I think the quote is a good quote, but I think that the scripture is a typo. I didn't know there was 78 verses.
Luke 1:78. Let's see. Like, some people are surprised how many songs are in the book of Psalms. It's a lot more than you think. There's a lot more. Psalm 139, 139. Yeah, there's a lot of them. Okay. Going for it. And the challenge when you say to someone to go for it, what does that mean? How do you go for it? What do you do? There's steps to this. There is.
There is. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
There's actually 79.
Mm-hmm. Remember the great poem of the 80s, the 10 Crack Commandments by Biggie Smalls. Okay. And he's explaining before
I only remember one of them.
Okay, but before he goes into the commandments, he says there's rules to this. Okay, there's rules to this. There's steps to this.
Levels to this.
There's levels to this. He's saying there's some levels to this. Okay, so I wrote me a manual that you can get. Okay, he wrote a manual so that you can get, so you can not do the game wrong. Okay, and he goes, number one. But a lot of people remember. I know you heard this before. Number 4. I know you heard this before. Never get high
on your own supply. That was the only one I remember.
Yep. And he's like, that credit, forget it. You think a crackhead paying you back? Forget it. No. And then he's got this thing. There's this thing called consignment. Don't do this unless you have the clientele because they're going to want their money, bring sleep or whatever. Don't sell on consignment. Consignment means they're going to give you some stuff until you sell and you got to pay them back. Don't you do that unless you got to. No, I'm not giving instructions on how to be a crack dealer. I'm just using it as an example
of how to go for it with a plan. It was coaching out here in these streets.
Biggie Smalls wrote a manual. What's the other guy got a song? Oh man, I was thinking of one of these R&B singers. You got you talking about step one, dun, 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 step two. He's giving examples of how to make your woman happy or to get a woman or something like that.
I don't know.
Step three.
But going for it with a plan offers you the opportunity to become more successful than you could just being arbitrary or running out into the middle of the street without a plan.
All right, so I want to go speak at a university. It's been several years since I spoke at a college or a university. I decided Monday of this week, that's 2 days ago, I wrote on my notebook, go speak at universities. So I looked at my LinkedIn and found contact names of people I can reach out to local universities. Okay. Now I don't have to limit myself to local universities, but why not local? Be a master of your own city first and then move out. So I reached out to them. Now, is it possible with just the thought, I want to go give a talk at a university, by having that thought, is it possible that if I do everything I'm supposed to do, if I take all the steps,
I could likely get an opportunity.
Right. Is that possible?
It's possible.
If I reach out, send them information, send them my idea, my thought about what I want to talk about, send them my picture, send them some testimonials, send them some video clips so they can hear me do some stuff, follow up again, follow up again, follow up again, follow up again. Is it possible at some point I will end up with that?
Craig says, if I'm not mistaken, it's 150 or 160 songs in the book of Psalms. Actually, if you think of each chapter of Psalms to be a song, then you got even more than that, because the 191st Psalm is, they that dwell in the secret place of the Most High God will abide under the shadow of the Almighty is also a song.
Yeah. That's the 191st?
Yeah.
That's the 191st song. Wow.
So there's more. There's more. There's more comforts for your soul in the Word of God.
That's right. Going for it. What does that mean? I'm excited for you today because everyone who chose to tune in here today, I'm hoping that with Lisa and I just talking about this out loud, you can think about the thing that you want to go for. Absolutely. Or are going for right now. You could be presently going for it right now.
Absolutely.
Or something maybe need to breathe life. Breathe life into
breathe.
Yeah, breathing. Yeah. My head breathing. Oh my goodness. Okay. Today is Wednesday?
Yes, today is Wednesday.
Oh wow.
And I have the Wisdom Wednesday for us that I am going to.
All right, yes, we gotta do it.
No.
But if we miss it today, we'll do it tomorrow. If we miss it. Wednesday, we have been so blessed to have Mark Greer's contribution of Wednesday's Wisdom, 5 minutes of it typically. But we're already at 9:42. So we may have to run it tomorrow. Lisa's trying to work it out. What else did I see yesterday that made me think about today's topic? And I was just watching some stuff about, reading some stuff about what people are doing and what they're going for. Also, you mentioned something else earlier today I wanted to talk about too. Today?
Yes, it is.
Okay. It's 3 minutes and 50 seconds. Do we have time?
We will.
All right. We're gonna see if we can make this work. 3 minutes and 50 seconds of wisdom from Mr. Mark Greer. And I'm probably gonna want to share this tomorrow too, though.
You can.
To you, Empowerment Duo family. Welcome to this edition of Wisdom Wednesday. My name is Mark Greer, and my message today is comprised of 3 simple words. Do not stop.
Oh.
I'll say it again. Do not stop. In life, as you go to pursue your dreams and aspirations, there are going to be people to come in your path, that come into your circle and tell you that what you're doing is crazy, that you need to pursue something else. They'll even tell you, I wouldn't do that if I were you.
Would you not?
And there are some people who would take that advice and they will stop. Their dreams, their goals, their aspirations were not that important to them. They didn't feel strongly enough about them to overcome the opinions of other people. And they stopped. But not you. You do not stop. When a naysayer tells you that what you're doing is impossible, when you know beyond any doubt that all things are possible. You do not stop when haters come to you and tell you that you're crazy for trying to pursue that goal or that dream, because you know on the other side of insanity is genius. When others tell you you are wasting your time, you do not stop, because what they consider waste is an investment on your behalf in you. And you do not stop ever when other people tell you that I can't see you doing that, or I wouldn't do that myself. Because those people don't have a larger vision for their own lives. And the fact that they don't have a larger vision for their own lives means they can in no way see the larger vision you have for yourself. So do not stop. When obstacles come in your way, you overcome those obstacles, and you do not stop when burdens are cast upon you, because as you continue to fight, as you continue to keep it moving, you'll find the burdens are turned into a blessing. And you do not stop when adversity comes your way, because in life there will be times when that may happen. You do not stop, because those adversities at some point become an advantage, because you will look back on what you have gone through and realize where you stand now. You had to experience that in order to enjoy the beauty of where you reside. I tell people all the time, an eagle is born in a nest, but at some point it is kicked out of that nest and it has to make a decision. You either fly or you die. But when that eagle is kicked out of its nest and it begins to fly, it doesn't come down to the level of the robin. An eagle continues to fly at rarefied air because it belongs there. So Empowerment Duo family, as you go through this day, working on you, working to make your dream a reality, working to bring the best part of you to everyday life. Be certain, be convinced, be committed, and do not stop ever on pursuing something that brings the essence of you to this world. That's all I have for you today, everybody. As always, stay blessed, be a blessing, and we definitely will talk to you again soon. Peace.
Man, first off, yes, a round of applause. I love Mark Greer's message.
Absolutely.
We have our own personal sage that comes in here. I love that message.
I'm
much.
grateful for it.
Yes, so much good in his messages to us.
Absolutely. Good morning, Sister Faith.
Faith Neely, good morning. I already know I'm going to want to play that message again tomorrow. So prepare yourself to hear it again, because we have enough time today's show to really, really get into it. I'm going to want to play that again tomorrow, but it's so freaking good.
It really was good.
Mm-hmm.
It was impactful.
Yes, it's 9:47. Do we have time?
We'll do as much as we can. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning to all of our viewers. Good morning, Sister Phyllis. We actually take this part of the day to say thank you. Thank you for coming. Thank you for hanging out with us. Thank you for your comments, and thank you for sharing into the empowerment.
Miss Phyllis has a logo. Miss Phyllis is here.
Miss Phyllis is
so
here.
Clear the way. Miss Phyllis is here.
Miss Phyllis is here.
Now we can all have a great day. Good morning.
Absolutely. Judy, can't you see? No, that was somebody.
Oh, Judy,
you're so fine. You're so fine. You blow my mind. Hey, Judy.
And Shirley DeJarnette, Wyatt will rock you. rock you. Shirley DeJarnette, why it will rock you. Dr. Beverly. Dr. Beverly is on the show. Good morning, Dr. Beverly. Thank you for being on our show.
Thank you for being on the show. Good morning. Good morning. Crystal Blake is here.
Crystal Blake is in the air.
Crystal Blake is everywhere.
Helping families ensure their needs.
Crystal Blake will do it with ease.
Do, 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 do.
Do, 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 do. Hey, Cat Ivy
does it better. She makes sangria and Rasta pasta too. Cat Ivy, she does it better than you. I think I want me some Rasta pasta. Sister Monique Young, good morning to you. Did you see Monique Young's Facebook page lately?
No.
She has been taking some beautiful pictures of herself doing stuff. She's like trying to be a glamour model or something.
Come on, glamour. Come on through. Craig Saab.
1,000 degrees. You'll be on your knees and you'll be burning, begging, please. Brother Freeze. Craig Saab is in the house. Mark Greer, so wide you can't get around it.
So low you can't get under it.
So high you can't get over it. Mark Greer is under a groove. He's getting down just for the funk of it. Mark Greer is under a groove. Nothing can stop us now. Good morning, Mr. Mark Greer.
Good morning. Shirley says, amen. Love it, Mark Greer. Absolutely.
I love it too.
His contributions are amazing.
So tomorrow at 2 p.m., I'll be ready. I hope you'll be ready too. We're going to do a workshop on sellable language.
Absolutely.
So much of communication is language. What's that science? Neuro-linguistic programming. NLP. It was real popular in the 90s. Neuro-linguistic programming. NLP certifications. You know what neuro-linguistic programming is in a nutshell? It's the science of language. How we use language to move us towards or away from.
Absolutely.
We have a friend of ours, consistent positive direction language, Mr. J. Burt Freeman.
Mm-hmm.
Consistent positive direction language, neuro-linguistic programming, sellable language. We're going to talk about that.
Absolutely. Miss Phyllis said, can a seasoning be picked up? I am not sure of what seasoning you are speaking of. Because if you're talking about the Can Do Spice,
you order that.
You can order it and she mails it to you. Because she's not in Charlotte, actually. If you're talking about the Rasta pasta from Cat Ivy, I don't know how she does that, but I would think it would have to be picked up. But I don't know if she's in Charlotte or in
Miss Phyllis, where are you now? What city are you in, Miss Phyllis?
And what are you talking about?
We could call her, actually. We have a phone number.
So we love that you all took the time out of your day today, counted us to be an important part of it because you stopped by, and we look forward to seeing you tomorrow.
Time to go to work, y'all.
And don't forget to have sex.
Peace.